Humans of the cardboard, I've been telling y'all 2023 is the year of fire for Yu-Gi-Oh! And Konami just keeps reinforcing that, every single week it feels like. So yeah, we've got a brand new fire support card. It's just one random card revealed for Phantom Nightmare. Nothing crazy here, but it is just a nice little additional piece of pyro fire support. Added on to we've already gotten this year, which is like a ton of stuff. We've gotten so much stuff this year. And I like his design. He's just a big buff dragon, which is cool. So this is Magmacho Dragon. I love the name also. That name, please don't change that name. Here we go. This is a level 8 fire pyro effect monster. 1800 attack, 2200 defense. Actually pretty weak stats relatively for a level 8 monster, but he's more of an extender, I think. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. The first effect reads: if you can banish up to 3 fire monsters from your graveyard, this card gains 400 attack for each until the end of this turn. That effect's pretty bad. And no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Just raises his stat. I mean, I guess I was saying he has pretty weak stats, and this kind of helps circumvent that, but if you're playing a fire-based deck, there's probably some value to having some of your guys engrave more so than banish. So I don't know if you want to banish all your fire names engrave. So just okay, not a great effect. But the other one's really the butter, the butter, the main dish here. If a face-up fire monster or monsters you control is destroyed by card effect while this card is in the graveyard, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. Then draw 1 card. It's pretty good. So it's basically just an extender. You put this in grave, you destroy a fire monster you control, and then this guy summons back and draws you a card. Not bad. That's a pretty good extension effect, specifically because of the draw. If all this card did was just reborn itself, this card would not be worth anything. But at least it draws you, so that is kind of nice. And we have like the new Pyro Foolish Burial card to kind of set him up in certain scenarios. So there's like some niche interactions here. I think the biggest one is that this clearly, to me, is being pushed because of Fire Kings. Konami said, hey, you know what, let's make another new generic fire support card for Fire Kings. Because what do Fire Kings make? Rank 8s now. That's what they make. They make their rank 8. They can make other rank 8s, but their rank 8 mainly is really, really strong. Plus, they love to destroy their own monsters on the field. So this card was literally just tailor-made for Fire Kings. I don't know if there's another fire archetype that I can think of off the top of my head that destroys their own monsters on the field and appreciates specifically a level 8 body as much as Fire Kings, or even close to Fire Kings. So this to me is just timing, right? Putting out a similar time-wise to the Fire King structure deck, I think, is what Konami's going for here. So yeah, it's nothing too crazy. Like, is there a world where you play it? Maybe, but the problem for me, again, is that it doesn't summon from hand or graveyard. I don't know why they made it just grave. Which severely hinders this card, in my opinion, for sure. But I don't know. There's a world where you could play, something to try and get this engraved first. I don't think it's very good. I just think it's not going to see enough play because it needs to be set up first. Yeah, it only works in like really one deck in the entire game. It feels like right now, like that's where the synergy is mainly. But he's still cool. I love his design. It's just a single one-off card. I'm probably spending too much time talking about a card this unimpressive, but, we're dry in the news cycle, so we're pushing it forward. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below on this card. Are there any other archetypes that can mess around with this card? Is there any other interactions that I'm not considering with this card? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on that down below. I guess the one other thing I didn't mention is in Fire Kings, you're using him to make the rank 8 most of the time, which does mean that he keeps ending up going to grave. So I guess the one thing that does sort of redeem this card a little bit is that in the grind at a duel that kind of goes for a couple of turns, you just keep making a rank 8 with him, keep putting him back in grave. When something's destroyed on your field, he comes back, draws you a card again, and he just like continually loops like that. Like, that's the one thing where I could see this card actually being, like, nice. But, again, how are we getting it set up? I don't want to play that Foolish Burial card just to play this guy. I don't think it's worth it. But yeah. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. That was the last bit of things. Sorry, I'm rambling too much about this one weak card, but you know, it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts. More news to come. YCS Dortmund this weekend. I'm gonna keep my eyes on that. See where the format goes. It'll be the first real information of the new format post the ban list. So excited to see where we go there. And then we have Age of Overlord right around the corner. So a lot of stuff coming. We are getting into a very exciting time in Yu-Gi-Oh! We're just like right on the precipice of like Phantom Nightmare reveals and Age of Overlord. So we'll see. I'm out of here for today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel for more stuff from me. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.